What's up, my peeps? We just got some of the best news possible when it comes to WWE games, wrestling games on consoles, because Yukes, the ones behind the WWE 2K series and the SmackDown vs. Raws, the SmackDowns of the past, they have just announced that they've created a totally separate team to work on a brand new wrestling game that's not a WWE 2K game. This is huge news because the WWE 2K series has felt so repetitive for the past couple of years. With so little time between the games, there's so little changes, and a lot of us have felt that way for the longest period of time. And the funny thing is looks like Yukes feels the exact same way, and that's why they're doing this. That's why they're making a separate team to make a new wrestling game. Because check this out. In the article, in the interview, the senior vice president of Yukes, Hiromi Furuta, hopefully I said that right, she goes ahead and says, Yukes has become frustrated with what it has been able to achieve with recent WWE 2K games, and suggested that its relationship with publisher 2K Sports is partly responsible. So Yukes themselves have been frustrated with what they've been able to do with the WWE 2K series, and they feel like part of that is because of 2K. I'm thinking maybe because of the deadline that they've got to get a game out every single year, so they likely can't do everything that they want to do. Or hey, it might be something else. There's likely more, requirements or, things that maybe 2K is strict on. And to add to that, later on she says, players are expecting something new every time we release a game, and we feel like we haven't achieved what we've really wanted to do. For example, in many cases, we're still using old assets and we're not able to do some things in the way that we want to. She then said, we are trying to launch a new wrestling game. Of course, we will retain the WWE team, but we are also aware that our creators are beginning to lose sight of their passion and confidence and becoming focused only on completing assigned tasks. That's not the direction Yukes wants to go in, so in order to compensate, we're going to start a new wrestling project. So by the sounds of it, this is Yukes wanting more freedom so they can create the wrestling game that they want without any restrictions. Now, for those of you wondering when this is going to come out, in the interview it says that it's still in the very early stages, but also Yukes said that they have ideas for new game systems that thinks will result in an interesting game. So this might mean we could see this game on a Nintendo system once again. This could be on the Switch, or it could be on the PS5, the PlayStation 5, or the brand new Xbox, since they're looking at new game systems. As far as what type of wrestling game this would be, she said it's possible it could go in either a very realistic direction or introduce fantasy elements. And when I hear fantasy elements when it comes to a wrestling game, I think All-Stars, one of the best WWE games out there. And personally, I hope they go with a more fast-paced, arcadey type game, because the WWE 2K series is already doing the more realistic game. And one of the biggest questions up in the air right now is this going to be a WWE game, or is it going to be like a more generic wrestling game? And if you ask me, with Yukes having a close relationship with the WWE, and on top of that, the WWE, seems like they don't really like competition and they try to destroy it or, neutralize it as soon as possible, I think this could very well be another WWE game. NBA has two games, even though they're made by two different developers, but also in the past, we've seen, multiple WWE games come out around the same time for the same console or on multiple different consoles. But anyways, I'm hyped for this. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm out. See ya.